This is Carson from 3D Joe's, obviously, here on the channel. Thank you for joining me today. So, today is another adventure. I never thought that this would begin, and I just feel really lucky that people put in a good word for me, and that these opportunities have come my way. So, as you guys know, I've been collecting G.I. Joe my whole life. As a kid, about 6 years old, 5 years old, I started watching the cartoon when the first miniseries came on, loved it. Parents didn't buy me the actual toys until I was 7 years old. I had to beg for a couple of years before they finally broke down and started buying me G.I. Joes. But Dial-Tone was my first mint-on card figure. Of course, as a kid, I ripped all these open and played with them and enjoyed them. As an adult, when I reconnected with it in 2007, saw the 25th anniversary stuff on the shelves, immediately pulled out my old collection and started collecting again, filled in all the holes. I had been a really, religious collector as a kid. Had a little note card where I wrote down every figure that I was missing, and I would check it off as I was able to acquire it. And before the Decimone guides existed, I had my little index card, and then once the Decimone guides came out, I used that for many years. And then the Palomo book, Yo Joe, of course. So anyway, always been a pretty fanatic collector, like many of you. And in adulthood, I was doing well enough that I could start to buy the mint-on card figures. Now, this was back in 2007, when they were a lot more affordable. So anyway, things have consistently gone up. For the 15 years that I've been buying mint-on card figures, 16 years now, they've consistently gone up. It's been a appreciating asset for many years. Because of that, there's been a couple instances in my life where I've had to let things go, and that's always very hard, but it's an adult decision. It's the big boy thing to do. And so I've had to do that a couple times. From 2007 to 2013, I built a 82 to 94 collection, and I sold my 82 to 86. They were all AFA graded. They were all 80 or better AFA grades, and I had to sell those in 2013 so that I could buy a house. It's a big boy decision. I just had to do it, From 2013 to 2019, I was trying to fill those holes again, but look for decent prices where I could, and I swore off AFA. I was done with AFA. After that first run, I enjoyed it. I have no issues with AFA. I don't judge anybody that collects AFA. I think loose AFA graded stuff, that's proven problematic, and so I don't put a lot of stock in that. But the carded figures, I think they're good. I used to get the detailed reports, and so I could know what to look for when I was going to get stuff graded. It was fun sending it off and then getting it back. It was like Christmas, opening the package and seeing what grades you got. Granted, 9 times out of 10, I was disappointed with the grade I got. You always think you have something nicer than they think you have. Anyway, 2013, I had to sell my AFA collection to buy a house. 2013 to 2019, I was filling the holes, but it was slow. It was a slow process, and the prices were just going up, as you all know. 2019 came around.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 93AB for North Carolina 540 North toward Durham.
Thanks. So anyway, 2019, a gentleman was retiring. He was a plumber, and he actually had raised 2 boys in the 80s. He was in his 40s in the 80s, and he got hooked on G.I. Joes too, and so he started buying himself G.I. Joes when he would buy his son's G.I. Joes, and he would put them away. He kept them carded. So I was able to acquire his collection in 2019. There's another video series on this channel called The Trip of a Lifetime. I literally never thought anything like that would happen to me again. It was amazing. I thought truly it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm not a dealer. I'm not a flipper. I am a obsessed collector with a Toys R Us in my basement, I don't regularly sell. I do have an eBay page, G.I. Joe, ARAH, 100% positive feedback, but if you look on there, I barely ever sell anything, and it's just not how I spend my time. You guys know me. I do video and animation for a living, and I build 3D Joes on my nights and weekends, and I do my book series, and now I'm working with the old creative team to make Operation Recall. I've got so many
half a mile,
other
use
passions.
the right 2 lanes to take exit 93AB for North Carolina 540 North toward Durham.
Okay, so I've got a lot of other passions, and I really just don't have time to do the detailed documentation and listing on eBay that you would need to do to maximize value. And so that's not
Use the
what I
right two
do for a
lanes to
living.
take exit 93AB, then keep left
But
at the fork to
I am a
continue on exit
collector,
93B.
and I am always looking to upgrade my collection and to
Keep
fill
left at the
any
fork to
holes.
continue on exit
And so
93B.
I'm very, very lucky that with having established myself in the community,
Continue
that
on
people
North
tend
Carolina
to
540 for 12 miles.
people tend to look after me. People tend to, reach out to me and let me know when opportunities exist. People I don't even know put in a good word for me. So what's happening today? I'll just cut to the chase. There's a gentleman that's about 5 hours away, and he's got a mint on card collection from a family member that unfortunately passed away. And so he's helping his family kind of maximize value on that, and I appreciate that. So he went into a local toy shop up there and was just talking to them about, what could he do to help his family maximize value on these. And they actually said, you should reach out to that 3D Joe's guy, which is amazing. I don't even know what the shop name is. But if you know who I am and you happen to catch this stream, thank you. That was amazing. So he reached out to me. He's got a beautiful carded figure collection. No graded stuff, but it's 1982 through 1987. It's not every figure, but it's a lot of the good figures, man. And so this is an amazing opportunity for me because, full disclosure, and I tell you guys this because I feel like we're all friends, we all go through some things in life where, like I said earlier, we have to make big boy decisions and do what's right for ourselves financially, do what's right for our families financially. And so I had a family related situation in 2020. This was during COVID. Actually, I think it was 2021 when I made this big decision. So my business, video and animation, completely dried up March of 2020 with COVID. I had shoots scheduled for all spring, all summer, and stuff really dried up. All the video shoots. Luckily, the design and animation did not dry up, and that kept me afloat through the pandemic. But my income certainly took a hit due to the video production stuff drying up in March of 2020. And so I had an opportunity with a buyer that wanted to pick up a couple very high dollar pieces from me, and he's a well-known and reputable buyer in the community. And I actually made the huge decision, like a nearly six-figure decision, that I was going to let my carded figure collection go. I don't think I've ever broken the news to the community about that. It was a heart-wrenching decision, but it was the right financial decision at the time. The market was certainly up, and like I said, these are appreciating assets. So I made a very, very tough, adult decision there and let it go. Now, since then, as money comes in, I pick up a couple figures here and there, and I've been rebuilding, as we all do. Now, I think I have conquered the dragon, the beast of being a completist. I don't think I will ever pay $3,000 for a Black Dolphin Deep Six Eco Warriors figure ever again. When I did that, I looked at that figure, and I got it from Lee's Toy Review, Lenny Lee. When I looked at that figure, I was like, this is not worth $3,000 to me. Why am I doing this? And that was a real moment for me where I was like, okay, I'm glad I have this because now I can document it on the website and in the books and everything, but it's not worth $3,000 to me. So I decided to let it all go. And now I'm no longer a completist, but I absolutely still love all these carded figures, and I've been chasing them for the couple years since. And I've slowly put back together a collection of maybe 100. I've got probably 100 mint on card figures, just the ones that I love, and it's been awesome. The thrill of the chase is fun, So this collection came along, and this is gonna fill so many holes. It would have taken me years and years to have found good deals on 20 back Cobra Commander, 20 back Destro, 32 back Baroness, 32 back Duke. Like, they're all there, man. So this is going to be an amazing amazing pickup for me. It's going to help fill a lot of holes that I've had since 2021, I believe it was, when I made the big decision to let those go for financial reasons, financial necessity, really. So I'm excited, man. I felt like I should bring you guys along for the ride. Let me see if I can see the comments. Yeah, I don't know if I can see the comments on here and be safe. You know, I'm in the car. So I will reply to your comments as soon as I get to a stopping point. I just thought I'd bring you guys along for the journey. It's a thrilling day for me. It's gonna be a long day because about 5 hours in the car, but I hopefully will stream when I get there and show you guys, and then when I get home and get them in the Toys R Us, I will stream again and show you these figures back in their new house. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Thank you to whoever the shop owner was that gave me a recommendation to this guy. He emailed me out of the blue, and luckily we were able to work something out. So anyway, exciting times, man. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for joining me, and tune in later so you can see these figures. All right, take care.